Commander Zexai flexed his chitinous claws as he surveyed the battlefield from his command vessel. The crystalline structures of the Veltari colony world glowed beneath twin crimson suns, their surfaces already scarred by plasma bombardment. His mandibles clicked in satisfaction. Another world would fall to the Kethmoran dominion within the cycle. The Kethmora had conquered 17 star systems in the past decade, their reputation as the galaxy's apex predators preceding them across known space. Born on Kethmor Prime, a world where temperatures soared to 200 degrees Celsius and acidic storms could dissolve steel, they were the ultimate survivors. Where other species required environmental suits and terraforming technology, the Kethmora thrived in conditions that would kill most life forms instantly. "Sir, we're receiving a transmission from the Veltari," reported his communications officer. Yixtal Zexai's 4 eyes gleamed. "Put them through. Let them beg." The holographic display shimmered to life, revealing the delicate, translucent features of a Veltari diplomat. The creature's bioluminescent patterns flickered frantically, a sign of extreme distress. "Commander, we surrender unconditionally, but we must warn you, there are others here, a new species. They arrived 3 cycles ago, claiming to be explorers. They call themselves humans." Zexai's laugh was a harsh, grating sound. "Another soft-skin race seeking protection? We shall deal with them after we finish with you. No, you don't understand," the Veltari's patterns pulsed urgently. "They're not like the others. When our world's southern continent experienced a Class 5 thermal storm, temperatures exceeding 150 degrees, our people evacuated immediately. The humans, they went camping. The connection terminated." Zexai dismissed the warning with a wave of his claw. In all his campaigns, he had never encountered a species that could match Kethmoran resilience. These humans were likely another fragile race that would crumble at the first sign of true adversity. 2 hours later, his ground forces reported an anomaly. "Commander," crackled the voice of ground leader Nexvor through the comm, "we've encountered the human settlement. They're not evacuating." "Then exterminate them," Zexai replied curtly. "Sir, you don't understand. They're having a celebration, in the middle of our bombardment. They're calling it a barbecue and asking if we want to join them for something called beer." Zexai's eyes narrowed. "Impossible. Our plasma cannons are registering direct hits on their location." "Yes, sir. They seem to be using the plasma bursts to cook their food. One of them thanked us for providing the perfect grill temperature." Intrigued despite himself, Zexai ordered visual confirmation. The battlefield footage made his blood run cold. Humans, bipedal, seemingly fragile creatures with soft pink skin, were indeed having some sort of gathering directly in the impact zone. Children splashed in pools of water that should have been boiling. Adults lounged in chairs drinking from containers while plasma fire lit up the sky around them. One human wearing nothing but colorful shorts was actually sunbathing in the crater of a plasma impact, using a reflective surface to intensify the heat. "What are they?" Zexai whispered. The answer came when a human approached Nexivor's position under a flag of truce. The being was tall, with brown skin and strange fur covering only the top of its head. It smiled, showing white teeth, clearly a predator's dental structure, but its demeanor seemed oddly friendly. "Hi there," the human called out, apparently immune to the 180-degree surface temperature that was making even Kethmoran armor systems strain. "I'm Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Endeavor. We heard you folks were from a Deathworld too. That's awesome. We love meeting fellow Deathworlders." Nexivor, a veteran of 50 campaigns, found himself speechless. "Deathworld? You consider your world a Deathworld?" Sarah laughed, a strange musical sound. "Oh, absolutely. Earth's been trying to kill us since day one. Ice ages, supervolcanoes, asteroid impacts, global plagues, UV radiation, killer storms, earthquakes, tsunamis, you name it. But that's what made us tough, right? I bet your homeworld's pretty hardcore too. Kethmor Prime has surface temperatures of 200 degrees and acid storms that... Only 200? Huh. Sarah looked thoughtful. Our hottest desert hits 134 Fahrenheit. That's about 57 Celsius, and we have people who live there by choice. But our real claim to fame is variety. We've got places that hit 90 below zero, others with radiation levels that would sterilize most planets, underwater trenches with crushing pressure, and some areas with air so thin you can barely breathe. Oh, and don't get me started on Australia. Australia? continent where literally everything evolved specifically to kill humans. Spiders, snakes, plants, fish, octopi, jellyfish, even the birds. We turned it into a tourist destination. Next4's translator was struggling with concepts like vacation and extreme sports as Sarah continued. The thing is, we didn't just survive Earth, we thrived. And when we started exploring space, we realized how unique our situation was. Most species evolved on worlds that were pretty stable and comfortable. But Earth spent 4 billion years in constant upheaval, forcing life to adapt or die. Those who made it became incredibly resilient. By now, more humans had approached, including several who appeared to be juveniles, yet they showed no fear of the heavily armed Kethmoran warriors. Are those your offspring? Next4 asked, his voice hollow. Kids, yeah. Timmy there is only 8. But he's already been mountain climbing, deep-sea diving, and last month he helped his dad repair a solar collector in the upper atmosphere. Kids are tougher than they look. 8-year-old Timmy waved cheerfully at the alien warriors, then returned to building what appeared to be a fort out of the hardened plasma residue from the bombardment. This is impossible, Next4 transmitted to his commander. They're not just surviving our attacks, they're treating them as entertainment. Zexai watched the feed in growing horror. Everything his species believed about themselves as the galaxy's ultimate survivors was crumbling. These humans didn't just endure harsh conditions, they actively sought them out for recreation. The final blow came when Sarah casually mentioned their plans to establish a research station on the system's innermost planet, a world with surface temperatures exceeding 400 degrees that even the Kethmora considered uninhabitable. We figure it'll be a good place to study extreme metallurgy, she explained. Plus, the thermal vents should provide excellent geothermal energy. Some of our engineers are really excited about the challenge. As the Kethmoran fleet retreated in stunned silence, Zexai filed his report to the Dominion Council. For the first time in their species' history, they had encountered beings that made them feel fragile. The galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had arrived, and they brought with them a terrifying realization. In a universe full of survivors, some species didn't just survive, they made survival an art form. The Kethmora, who had once believed themselves the ultimate Deathworlders, now knew better. They had met their match in creatures who turned adversity into adventure, who faced annihilation with a smile, and who somehow made the impossible seem routine. The humans were here, and they were absolutely, utterly, magnificently insane.